Buffalo, 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 it's the Mafia. Josh Allen's coming. You ready? Steph Diggs is coming. Buffalo, 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 it's the Mafia. Yeah. Buffalo, 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 it's the Mafia. Yeah. Buffalo, 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 it's the Mafia. It's the Buffalo Bills, ayy. It's the Buffalo Bills, ayy. Buffalo, 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 it's the Mafia. Josh Allen, Steph Diggs, Shaq Lawson, who's stopping us? No. Trey Edmonds, Ed Oliver, Jordan Phillips, who blocking us? I don't see nobody stopping us. Number one, no one on top of us. What they gonna do when Matt Milano coming with the blitz off the edge? Woo! Don't you throw it in the air, cause Trey White and Micah Hyde were in the
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. It is Friday, day before the game. We got a big game tomorrow. Big game tomorrow. The starters are going in. How long are they going to play? Is it a quarter? Is it a series? Is it a whole half? We need to see what this offense looks like. We got things to talk about. Are the Bills overhyped? Seriously. Is it them? Is it the media that's overhyping us and making it seem like we too much? Or is it rightfully so that we should be hyping this team up? Let's talk about it. Because I got some things to talk, I got some things to share. You feel me? But some might say, okay, calm it down. That hype train is going way too fast. Pull it down. You know what I mean? Woo, slow it down a little bit. I don't know. We're going to find out. And I want to get your thoughts on this hype about these Bills. But ladies and gentlemen, we got news around the league. We always share news around the league. What's going on? Madden 23 is coming out. Are you buying it? I skipped it last year. I didn't even bother. Could this be the year that it really gets back into form? Or are we going to be duped once again? We'll talk about that, folks. Fantasy football's coming around. Y'all better get your draft right. Y'all better get your draft right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Rico Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. Y'all already know how we do. We appreciate you guys tuning in as you guys fill the room. What's up to the Bing squad? Bing, biggity. Bing, what's happening to the Bing squad? We know how we do it. Always having fun. Listen, the season's around the corner. Regular season's around the corner. Monday night football's coming. You know what I'm saying? We're going Thursday night football against the Rams. Bro, the season is upon us, and we need to get hyped. We need to get hyped. But let's talk about things around the league, man. Let's talk about the coincidence with Deshaun Watson. Ladies and gentlemen, Deshaun Watson, freaknik Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't like, listen, everybody knows my love for Deshaun Watson, the player. The boy can ball. He's a player. But his off-field nonsense, you know what I'm saying? All that foolery. I mean, come on, fam. Like, a lot of that stuff. This guy should have just shut his mouth. Sometimes whether you believe you're in the wrong or not, or there's room for people to, you know what I mean? Keep your mouth shut. Don't say a word. Just be quiet. The more this man was talking, the more I'm like, yo, fam, be quiet, bro. You're talking way too much. But anyway, long story short, Sue L. Robinson gave my man 6 game suspension, right? 6 game suspension. That's what it is. Do what you guys want to do with the NFL. NFL is like, thank you, Sue. We just wanted to get a gauge as to what you were going to do. We clearly don't like what you gave him, so we'll take over from here. What a waste of time. All right? So here it is. Deshaun Watson is now going to be suspended 11 games. Ladies and gentlemen, where is the sense in that? If you're going to suspend, I mean, the suspension was coming. We knew it was coming. How long he was getting suspended? Cool. But 11 games? I mean, 6 games was what he was originally given. You'd think they'd double it up. If they can't give him a full year off, to get, you know what, you're getting suspended for the year, you're done. They would have just doubled up, but they didn't double up. They gave him 11 games. Tell me where that makes sense. So then you kind of start realizing, wait a minute now, 11 games. Okay, so he skipped that game. He's not going to be playing that game. Wait a minute. The Bills and the Browns play each other week. Oh, they skipped that game. Oh, what's the next game? It must be some BS game. Oh, it's the Texans. Oh, you mean the team that he previously played for that he kind of, I mean, I want to say kind of screwed over with all his mess. I mean, that's their mess too, because they buried that stuff. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they knew a lot of his nonsense, of his foolery was happening. But 11 games for him to return? This is how the NFL wins again. The NFL wins again, right? They take $5 million from him, and they're going to send it to charities. $5 million. They fine him $5 million. and now you have him come back against his former team. You know, all eyes are going to be glued to the TV screen. Freaking TV ratings are going to be through the roof. NFL wins again. Fam, how convenient, right? My man Bobby just said it. How convenient is that? That's some pure bullshit. Some bullshit. If you're going to suspend the man, so give him that 12 game and call it a day. But y'all made it conveniently enough to hype his return up. And for the Texans, come on, man. That's messy. Goodell, that was a waste of everyone's time. You think that you're going to drop the hammer on this cat, right? You should have just stayed with the 6th game and call it a day. So you say, oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go after him. We want him to, and you give him an extra 5 games. Yo, listen, the player, Deshaun Watson, that's my guy. That boy can play. He's giving us heartbreak. But outside of that, a joke. But I mean, there's been other things that they've been surrounded with that they handled not so great. But it is what it is. It's the NFL. We still gonna watch. It's just what it is. We're never gonna watch. You know what? Didn't they give Michael Vick? You know what I'm saying? What they put his ass in jail. They banned him 2 years? I can't remember exactly how long they banned him. They were gonna boycott everything. But guess what? We all came back to watch. Anyways, Deshaun Watson's back against the Texans. He's lucky because if he wanted to really get that smoke, the Bills were going to be the week before that. But the NFL was like, nah, we kind of want it to be interesting. We want it to be he's going to be too rusty. Make him go up against the Texans. Well, I hope Davis Mills comes in and shows the Browns a little something, something. Show the Browns a little something, something. But anyway, I digress. So Deshaun Watson will be back week 11 against the Texans. Come on, man. Y'all tripping. Anyway, my man Jason M says, yo, leave it to the NFL. Leave it to the NFL to find a way to turn a horrible PR situation to a possibly one of their highest ratings ever a game. They know what they're doing. A big theatrical freaking mess is what you call that. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So salute to everybody tuned in right now. We got 136 people with 3 minutes in. I appreciate y'all. Fantasy football is around the corner, people. Fantasy football is around the corner. Are you ready for your drafts? By the way, I run a league right now. I'm the commissioner of a league. This is going to be what? Year 4 into this league. I'm on the Sleeper app. Sleeper app is legit. It's not bad, but I might switch over, man, because I think I might like that dynasty where you kind of retain your players, right? You get to make the trades. You get to watch the salary cap. Once you start doing all those things, you become the real GM, a real GM that knows what the heck he's doing. And I think I'm in that realm. If you guys aren't familiar, get up on that dynasty, because listen, I might even join listen, Pierre, if you have another room in there, you have another room, let me in that dynasty. I don't know if because I'm feeling myself right now, so I want to get into that dynasty. But if you guys are not familiar, check this out.
Dynasty Owner is the best way to play fantasy football. Get inside the mind of an NFL GM as you use real NFL markets and off-season moves to make your Dynasty Owner team the best in the league. Download the Dynasty Owner app on the App Store or Google Play today. You've never experienced fantasy football quite like this.
In the words of Russell Wilson, let's ride. Let's ride, baby. So Dynasty, if you guys are not on it, jump on that right now. I'm gonna try to be 2 leagues. I'm a 1 league type of guy, but if I need to jump into 2, that's what I might just do that. So that being said, my man Kev is gonna be joining us in just a little bit. He's part of my league, and the order is out. I don't know where Kevin is picking, but I think he's picking near me, actually. So I'm picking number 3. This is the first time in my fantasy life that I've ever picked that high. I'm always near the bottom, so I snake back around. So this is new for me. So I don't know who I'm going to take. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, my brother is actually picking number 1. He's going to flub that. I know he is. He's probably going to pick Tua. Who knows? Who knows what he's going to do? But we going to find out what your boy's going to do with that 3rd pick. I'm not sure yet. So I might need some of y'all to, you fantasy draft experts. Y'all talk to me. But anyway, Mac Jones is in news right now. Week 1. And this is perfect timing because I'm glad Kevin is here. I'm going to bring Kevin on for this segment here. Kev, are you ready to go? Just give me the thumbs up when you're ready to roll, bro. My man, yes, sir. All right, so here we go. My man Kevin's in this because I need my man to shed some light on this. And this is the perfect time. Kev, how are you, man?
I'm good. And to
Excellent.
answer your question, I'm picking number 2.
Oh, you are picking number. Who you got? Who you picking? I mean, it really doesn't matter. You might as well just.
We'll have to wait and see what who Wendell takes. Yeah.
I'm curious to see who this guy's gonna take.
Yeah.
He'll play it safe. He'll play it
It
safe.
is not going to be Josh Allen.
Yeah, I might. Who knows? I might take.
You're going to take him. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I might. I'm not
well,
going.
now, yeah, it was him or LaShawn McCoy.
That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, this hype. I saw this clip today about the Patriots are not buying the Dolphins hype. They're not buying it. All this stuff is just talk. It's just talk. And they're talking about Tua's throwing picks left, right, center at camp. I haven't been reading that. I've been reading that he's been doing quite well, actually. But anyway, these Pats, where did they come off to say that they're – I mean, these are beat reporters speaking, by the way, so I can't really talk on that. But I found that very interesting that these guys, for some reason, think they can still be in the conversation. What say you on these Patriots? Now, before you get into that, I got to give a shout out to my man, Dan Brown. Dan Brown, being squatting it up, being biggity, being welcome to the big squad, my man, Dan Brown. Danny's always showing love, man. What up, Dan? So these Patriots, man, nothing I've been reading is telling me that they're going to be worth a damn. Where are they coming off trying to talk about these Dolphins are overhyped? They need to be quiet. Talk to me on that, man.
What are they going to say? You know,
I don't know.
At some point, they know that they're way worse than the Bills, right? So now they're just clinging on to, trying second place. So a lot of people are picking Miami to come second, so that's why they're latching on us. They don't have the balls anymore to be like, we're going to win the division. Well, I mean, yeah. So now they got to be like, well, of all the weak-armed quarterbacks, ours is the best.
It's a damn joke. Yeah. It's a damn joke. Well, we're going to talk about Dolphins a little later. Are you a Madden player, Kev?
Hang on. Adam wants to say I'm repping a Walmart attire. Adam, you need to pull your head out of your ass. This is a Slick Nick the Quick Van Excellent, which is probably before your time.
Probably.
But Nick Van Exel, Lakers jersey.
Listen, these youngins don't know. I don't know if Kevin is a young man.
Man, you got to look up.
If Adam,
seen Van Exel's highlights, you got to look up Van Exel.
Yeah, no, he needs to put some respect. He needs to put some respect on people's names right now.
Yeah.
What's up, ladies? Give me one sec, Kev. No, you can't be wearing that, girl. Get your butt out of here. Okay, so have a good night. All right. So anyway, yeah, you can close the door for that. So let me get into this. I mean, I asked you if you're a Madden player. Are you big into Madden or you're not?
I used to be fanatical, and I haven't played in like 5 years.
Okay, so you're out of the game.
Yeah,
that's not your thing anymore. Well, I think this might be the year that I pick up Madden again, and
I keep saying that too.
Much better. We'll see. That's what I'm seeing. The gameplay looks like a little better. They added a few things. Who in the chat is picking up Madden that still games? I still got my PS4. I'm not getting the PS5 just yet. I'm gonna chill. But I'm still gonna pick up that Madden, and I need to know if y'all are on it, or you're like, nah, man, I'll just watch the highlights of people playing and I'll go online and watch. But I think I'm on it because this is the year that the Bills are ranked high. Players are all in the 80s and the 90s. I mean, a good chunk of them are. Damn, it's gonna be nice, man. It is gonna be nice. We're gonna see how this Madden plays out. My man Dan Brown comes in with a super chat. Says, "Yo, I just got Madden Rico. It ain't bad. Let's hit them sticks." Same goes to Kevin if you're a PlayStation guy. I'm a PlayStation guy. PlayStation has overtaken Xbox. For you Xbox players, RIP.
I'm a PlayStation guy. Yeah.
There you go, my guy Kevin. It's PlayStation all day. I don't do Xbox. Xbox with that demented freaking remote. Get out of here. We ain't playing with that. But I might, if you pick that Madden, man, let me know how it is because I think I might cop that and jump on the sticks and see how that plays out. So pick that up. We'll see how that plays, and we'll try to get a little Madden tourney going. Geno Smith, could he be the Seattle Seahawks starting QB? Could that COVID that hit our guy Drew Luck count him out and Geno starts the quarterback of the 2013 draft? Are you kidding me? Are you feeling that, Kev?
Oof. Wow.
Oof is right.
Yeah. Who cares? It's a throwaway year for them, right? So the good news for them is they drafted the guy I wanted. If you remember, I wanted Abraham Lucas really badly to play right tackle. and he's all doing. I'm just wearing Nike shorts, boys. Nike shorts.
Yo, you got Kevin showing ass and everything, man. Go ahead, Kevin.
That was an ass. That was a thigh. That was for Alex.
That was.
So,
there you go, boy.
So, they got some good rookie tackles. They got some good running backs. This is just I wouldn't care at him except for it's Nick Van Exel's like my favorite player of all time. They got some. This is the youth time, right? They're just rebuilding. They're going to shit the bed this year. Why not play Geno Smith? You know what I mean? And then play him all year, and then looks like it could be a good quarterback draft this year. So get yourself in position. Plus, you got a couple of bookend tackles now. If they pan out, I like both of them a lot. So and they got a good running game. You know, you get it should be a nice situation for
for sure.
For a rookie.
DK Metcalf is ready to get after it, man. This guy is just a freaking monster.
And Lockett's really good too, man. That's arguably the best duo in the league. Like, it's either them or Evans and Godwin. You know.
We'll see how that plays out. Then Seattle Seahawks, man. Geno Smith is leading the way. I mean, he didn't look too bad last year when he got in some time, so maybe he's refreshed. You just never know. Lamar Jackson. I mean, I got a couple more topics, man. So Steve Young. I don't know if you saw the clip. Earlier today, or I don't know if it was today. It was maybe within the week. Steve Smith just went off in defense of Lamar Jackson, and pretty much saying, man, Lamar Jackson could be special. He could be one of the best in the league. He's doing it with an offensive coordinator that doesn't really give him the sophistication to throw the football. Right? He needs to be part of a sophisticated offense for him to truly show his skill to actually throw the football downfield. And right now, that's the talk of the town. Is Greg Roman to blame for the underdevelopment of it starts weird because the guy's a former MVP, but there's so much that we need to see from Lamar to really put him in the conversation with the Josh Allens, you know what I'm saying, the young QBs that are out there. So if he were to be part of, I mean, the chatter was you send him to Miami, he's from there, and that was the chatter. Maybe he flourishes with all the weapons that he has out there with that type of offensive coordinator that could be helping him. Would that make a difference, or Lamar is just Lamar? Or do you feel that there's way more potential to his game?
I think that Roman's definitely is part of the problem. I think that he's holding them back. But did you watch Lamar play the Dolphins last year? Oh, my God. They blitzed him, and he couldn't do anything. They just did the same thing over and over and over, and he literally couldn't do anything. So, like, and it's his fourth year in the league now, right? So, like, I don't know. He's not a bad player. I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying this idea that if you put him on a new team, all of a sudden he's going to be a prolific passer, I don't know. It's possible. I mean, obviously having better weapons helps, but you know what they always says is helps a quarterback pass is a run game, is play action,
right?
Is having a good tight end. You know, he's always had that, but obviously with the lacking of the perimeter weapons, although I think Rashad Bateman is going to be a really good player. You know, obviously that's limited him back, but I mean, if you put him on Miami, he's an upgrade over Tua. But if I'm going to spend that many draft picks, I don't want Lamar. Like, you know, I'd rather go with a rookie and hope you can find another, you know, Mahomes or something like that.
No, I mean, listen, he came out of a draft class that had some pretty damn, promising quarterbacks. We'll say promising quarterbacks. And right now, one of the four promising quarterbacks is really the one flourishing. Baker, who knows? Maybe he might reinvent himself. Who knows what's going on? What goes on with him? Sam Darnold, they're saying that this guy's just it's over for this dude. Like, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen with him? And then Mason Rudolph, and then you got Lamar Jackson, right? So it's interesting to me. I look at it as like if you give him if he spends time with a Jordan Palmer, right, and really develop him and really get that thing going for him and put him on an offense that can really, I mean, the sky's the limit for him. We don't know. We're never gonna find out when you have Greg Roman that's just run heavy. run heavy with a lot of motion. Like, I mean, we're just never going to find out. But Lamar Jackson is special. He hasn't got a deal yet. So if he goes the whole year and healthy and it goes to next year, that's really what we'll see. If he doesn't want to go back to Baltimore, it's going to be really interesting to see where he ends up and then how his game transcends. We'll see. But it's all a waiting game. It's all a waiting game, unfortunately.
The thing with him is he's such a gamble, right?
Big time.
Like he's, because running is so important to his game. If he pulls a hammy, or if he if he's immobile for whatever reason because he gets hurt, or as you get older, if that deteriorates a bit, if the passing game doesn't improve, you've got a very limited player. So I understand why Baltimore's hesitant to throw the 50, 60 million a year at him with that in mind. Now, I still think he's good. Like, he's definitely good enough to win you a Super Bowl, but he's going to, if he doesn't improve his passing, he could fall off a cliff real quick when age hits him.
Oh, you damn right. It's wait and play. It's a wait and see type of thing. I mean, I like the guy. He's got big talent. It's just Baltimore, man. Damn. But anyway, moving on to a little more sad news for Bills fans, fans everywhere, man. Tight end Dawson Knox just got news that his younger brother Luke suddenly passed at age 22. That's a baby, man. That is a baby, man. Like, he hasn't even grasped life yet, right? And something happens, and people will speculate. You know what I'm saying? But it's not really time to speculate. It's more time to kind of like, pray for that family, man. Because that, I could not imagine. Like, nobody can imagine losing sibling, family, close ones, all that. It's tragic. And when it happens so suddenly, it just shakes your world, man. So the awesome news and heartwarming is that people have really started to galvanize together and donate to the I think it's Dawson Knox charity. I think this might be it. The Punt Pediatric Cancer.org programs. Thank you. I stick by for Buffalo Bills. I appreciate that. That's the let me put that up here for you. Quick second here. So that's what we're looking at right now. So if you guys want to donate, it seems as though we've got 5,500 donations came in. And in the bunches of like $16.88, right? I believe in college, I think he was number 16, and obviously Dawson Knox is number 88. So really cool. Some people speculate. I don't want to get into all that stuff, but you guys already know that's speculation. I'm not going to get into it too much, but it's extremely sad. So highly doubt that we'll see Dawson Knox play. I'm not sure. I don't even think they said anything. It's very doubtful that he will play. But that is 22 years old. My goodness, man. I can't imagine. That's your younger brother, dude. Yeah. That's your baby brother, man. That's really tough. Really tough to hear, man. So team, I'm sure the team's gonna rally around him, and hopefully, you know what I mean, with time, obviously with time and healing, he gets back to the team and can really get back to it, because it's gonna be difficult, man, to get back into your normal routine of life, knowing that you lost your baby brother, man. That is extremely sad, man. So prayers out to the family, man. I know they're a Christian family, so I know they're Christian faith. For those that do know the Christian faith, knowing that, you know what I mean, if you not going to get into all that, because I know some folks feel some type of way, but better place. He's in a better place. You know what I'm saying? He's with his Lord, and we go from there, folks. So RIP to Luke, man. Rest in peace, man. And shout out to the Dawson Knox and his family. And hopefully he can recover from this, man. It's a tough one. It's going to take some time. It definitely will take some time for sure. So I want to get into more football talk now, right? And a lot of chatter. And I know you get really annoyed with Bills fans. You're sick and tired of Bills Mafia. You think they're the worst fan base in the league, or one of the worst, as he takes a sip because he knows he's about to get into it.
Man, you set me up for a slaughter. I didn't say this. Yeah.
So right now, there's a lot of folks that are not too hot and crazy about the Bills. They think that we talk too much as a fan base. We are overhyped. we continue to get our tails whipped by the Chiefs. And that's the chatter. I mean, if you go on Twitter, I don't know if you guys can see this, Dylan Hackman, back in January, y'all get overhyped every season just to lose to KC, right? It's all this chatter, right? Here comes Dylan Shalom, comes in and says, nah, the Bills are just hateable. They're just hateable because national media worships their fans. That and Josh Allen being the most overhyped QB in the recent generation make it very easy to dislike them. I don't know about that. My goodness, these people are something, man. Twins fan Burner comes in and says, yo, the Gabriel Davis hype is unreal. He's not that good. Well, you better hope that you don't play against him because you about to find out. And we got this Adam Nixdorf comes in and says, yo, he's incredibly talented, athletic, and has great weapons. He's not a bad QB. He's just overhyped. He's overhyped and overrated, though. He chokes in every single tight situation. That's why he'll never make it to the Super Bowl. Golly. People do not listen, this was a team that people rooted for because they felt sorry for us because we went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost. No shame in saying that. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay to like us because it's like the underdog is on top again, right? Well, we want to be. So I'm not understanding. You out of here? Okay. I'm not understanding all this hatred towards a team that has been fairly a good franchise. Why so much hate on the Bills, right? That's number one. Number two, as part of the Bills Mafia, and I need to talk to y'all. Bills Mafia, listen to me. Are we overhyping our team? Do you feel that we are overhyped, right? Because of our recent results and the hype that the national media is now putting on us. Some of them even saying we're going undefeated. We are the Super Bowl favorites. Is it too much hype or just the right amount? I have my opinion, but I have and this is why I love bringing my man Kev on because he's objective. He'll tell you if the hype is warranted, or he'll tell you if it's bull jive. In the words of Shannon Sharp, that's bull jive. So, Kevin, are we overhyped or is the hype just right? Talk to me.
So you want me to answer the overhyped, or you want me to answer why everyone hates you?
Well, let's talk about this. Why does everyone hate you, including you? Because I know you don't like Bills Mafia. You're just sick of them.
Well, I'm biased because I'm in the division, right? So you're not overhyped. I think you are the Super Bowl favorites.
Okay.
So I get some of these guys, they're just bitter, They're a little bit angry. These Pats fans are a little bit pissed, because they were on top. Now they're kind of shitty. You are, in my opinion, the best team in the league. You can thank the Dolphins because we took Tyreek from the Chiefs because he whips you every playoff. So now he's safely in Miami. You don't have to worry about him too much.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, in all seriousness, the Chiefs were your prime rivals. They're weakened, I think. Although they have a young O-line that could take a step forward. But anyways, just to stay on track, right. You're the clear-cut favorites, I think. And I think in the NFC, it's like a 3-4 team race. You know what I mean? It's you, the Chiefs, Rams, and the Bucks, right? So I don't think you're overhyped. I think you're getting the right amount of credit. I think that if someone told me I had to put $100 on a team, I'd probably put it on you guys. I mean, I wouldn't actually because it would make me sick. But
I was about to say, that must hurt to me. To say
logically, you guys are who I'd bet on.
Wow. Okay, I like that. Now, as for Bills Mafia, are we too much? Are we too much? Are we not allowed to be excited about this team? Can we not show excitement for our team where we've been in the basement for so damn long? We're now out of the basement. You know what I'm saying? We're in the penthouse right now, the AFC East. Can we not? Can't you not allow us to just be great and love where we're at and have some excitement? Why are most people hating on our parades that we just are confident in our team? We're confident. Why can't we? And you included, because I know you don't like Bills Mafia. You think we talk way too much. So explain yourself, sir.
You keep saying that.
It's the truth.
So do you want the truth?
I can handle the truth.
Can you handle the truth?
I can handle the truth, baby. Give me the truth, baby.
Okay. So here's the reason why we'll say others are annoyed with you guys.
All right.
And I get it, right? You guys spent your whole lives being losers. I'm part of the club. Don't get mad, but 23 years or something without a playoff win, back into the playoffs because of Andy Dalton and Tyler Boyd. And everyone was like, hey, they're cheering for you because you were the underdogs, right? And you were, and people wanted you guys to win. And
it was
then,
fun.
It was good. Like, you won. Then, oh my God. So you've won a couple of division titles. Here's what I think it is. You spent your whole lives watching the Patriots, and me too. So I'm not, I'm in the same boat. Right. Watching the Patriots whip us every year, going to 62 Super Bowls, and we watched their fans, and they were so arrogant, and they were so cocky, and they were so and we couldn't stand them, right? We still can't stand them, and we revel in their downfall. And Absolutely. I'm right on board. I revel in that too, And we're like, Belichick, he can't win shit without Brady. Like, we're having a great time. But it's like, you guys watched the Patriots for 20 years, and now you think that's how we should act. So now you're acting like the Patriot fans, but you still haven't won shit. At least the Patriots won 6 Super Bowls. So, at the end of the day, when you get into an argument, they're like 17 rings, and you're like, oh, I got nothing. Tom Brady, and you got nothing. You got no comeback. You know what I mean? Because it's like Bill Belichick. There's no comeback. They used to win every argument. But you guys are acting like the Patriots fans did 2 years ago, and you won less games last year than the year before, and you didn't go as far in the playoffs. Now, I got through just now saying I think you're the best team in the league.
I get it.
So I think this year you can finally make it. I think you actually I think you'll win this year. I don't want it to happen.
I get it.
I think you'll win this year. But that's why. And then there's a second layer here, right? There's a second layer here. And here's the second layer. I just dusted this one off the guys in the chat last night. So because you've waited so long to be good, there's a secret kernel of fear that someone's going to take it from you, because that's just how it's been for Dolphins and Bills fans and stuff like that. Bills are way better now, but you know what I mean? For the last 20 years, right? Yeah. Anytime it looked like we were going to get something good, they took it from us. So now you spend Bills content creators spend their whole day just posting every bad throw from Tua. If I want Dolphin news, bad news, I go to Twitter and I look up my Bills friends, because it is coverage. No one covers the Dolphins like Cover One. No one. It's unbelievable, right? So then we start getting annoyed, and then eventually, you guys are kicking us and kicking us and kicking us. So we start to get mad, and we start saying stupid shit in the background. You know what I mean? Whoa, Tua was great in practice. We all know Tua's not great, But I mean, we got to say something.
You got to.
You guys, you're like bullies, and you're kicking us when we're down, and you still haven't won. So that's it. So I think you got this fear because you're terrified, right? Someone's going to take it. 13 seconds. That should only happen to you guys, right? It only happened to the Bills. 13 seconds. They stole it from you. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
And now I feel like you're like, oh, the Dolphins suck. But you're riveted to every practice. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, we're glued in. We're glued in.
Glued in.
Well, let me explain why we're glued in, right? Because for some reason, the Dolphins have been mum, right? Always, and you know this, mediocre, right? Not terrible, but not great. Just always in the middle, and always picking, you know what I'm saying, just in the middle, right? When it comes to draft time, it's just
7 and 9. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm on. 7 and 9, 8 and 8. I mean, 6 and 10, whatever, in that range, right? So Tom Brady leaves. All of a sudden, for some reason, Dolphins fans feel, here we go. We're the only ones that were able to really challenge the Patriots when Tom Brady was there, which is true. For some reason, you guys always matched up well with the Patriots. Although you guys still have a losing record to them, but you guys always played them well and played them tough. Then Tom Brady left, all of a sudden, Tua and the Dolphins fans, all of a sudden, they think that they're about to, and then the Bills come in and say, no, 6-0 on your ass, 56-10 on your ass. I don't know what the score was. So we dominated you guys, but you're still beaking that gum, right? So then all of a sudden, you bring in Tyreek Hill.
No, you guys.
Hold on a second. Let me finish. You bring in
Tyreek
Hill. Tyreek Hill all of a sudden gives y'all the pump your chest out now. For what? You guys haven't taken care of anything. So we at least have the opportunity to say, 2 division titles, we'll take that. So we can pump our chest a little bit. But Tyreek got everybody just hyped up in South Beach. So we get a little annoyed. So then we have to get a little louder to make sure that we can put you all in a noogie and say, hey, little brother, calm down. We got this right now. So forgive us that we have to kind of, you know what I mean?
I found out Tyreek got traded from Bills fans. I was at work and all of a sudden my phone blows up with like 13 people, Bills fans, tweeting me, telling me it doesn't mean shit. And I'm like, what happened? Oh, we got Tyreek Hill. Like, I am telling you, you guys, I see some of these guys are like, Chevy's like, no one cares about Dolphins practice. My man, jump on Twitter. The next time Tua throws a bad ball, Greg Thomas that's posting it.
We're all posting it.
All the Cover One guys are posting it.
We're all posting it because
they're all posting it.
You know what? It's like my man. Look, hold on. Go back to my Renaissance man. Until you can beat your pops in a race, you got to relax, right? And the way I understand that, because Tom Brady was pops. You know what I mean? We were looking at the pops, and pops was, you know what I'm saying, beating us on the court, right? One-on-one with your sons. He's crossing us over, jump shot. You know what I'm saying? He's DeRozan in the paint, right? Just knocking everything down. Now pops is gone. You know what I'm saying? Big brother has to take over the house right now. And that's us. That's big brother. But these little brothers over here trying to assume role. No, sir. That's us. I gotta hold down the fort. And you guys are just getting a little too loud for us. But I do understand though, because there are some guys out there that just they beat their gums too much. And I'm not even talking about content creators. I'm talking about fans, Bills Mafia. Sometimes we just need to temper just a little bit. But the hype, to get back to my original topic, I think the hype is real. And I think that we should jump all over it. The national media is freaking correct. We have a quarterback that came off of a sensational season, sensational game, although the results are not what we wanted. But you saw everything Josh Allen was about in that last game. And when that hunger burns and he's coming back with an even better team, how could you not believe the hype? The hype is mother effing real. We got Stephon Diggs come back going into his 3rd year. And you know what? Some people talk about 3rd years mean nothing. To me, 3rd years mean everything, right? First year, you're getting used to the system. You're getting used to your quarterback. You can get used to that. 2nd year, you're playing a little faster. 3rd year is fuck all that. We're ready to take shit. We're ready to take everything, right? So Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs are going ham. Now you got an up-and-coming receiver in Gabriel Davis. Not a lot of people know about Gabriel Davis, but they heard his name in that game last year. 4 touchdowns, over 200 yards. His name is ringing bells right now.
Oh, I've been hearing for 2 years.
I bet you have. Right? Offensive line. Some say that offensive line was a little weaker last year. We needed to do some changes, so we made some changes. Ryan Bates came in. Was a pleasant upgrade, right? You got a little older Roger Saffold, but a savvy vet. You feel me? So the O-line is going to be coming together. We just got James Cook. Now, James Cook, you guys already know how I feel about James Cook. I need him to show me something to make me hype. But a lot of Bills fans are like, yo, he's the real deal, right? The receiving core is nasty. This team is ready. And I didn't even get into the defense.
Like, do you think the receiving core is better this year than it was last year?
I mean, we brought in Jamison Crowder.
Is Jamison Crowder an upgrade over Beasley?
Some would say he is. Some would say he is. That's a debate.
Is he an upgrade over Emmanuel Sanders? I thought Sanders was really good for you guys last year.
Until he fell off the cliff, and then we never heard about him. So 6 weeks in, he was on fire.
I'm not arguing. I'm just
asking. No, I get it. And I'm giving you the answers, right? He fell off a cliff. Yeah. Maybe age played a game, right? Isaiah McKenzie comes in and lights up the Patriots. He's got a fire under his ass right now.
Okay.
So these are unheard names that people don't know about. But Bills Mafia knows about these people, right? And I didn't even get into the defense. Greg Rousseau going into a second year, you know Greg Rousseau very well, right? And you have a guy on your squad that's pretty damn good himself in Phillips, right? But Greg Rousseau coming into his 2nd year, being mentored by Von Miller. I know Von Miller's a little older, but Von Miller still got that in the tank, right? Jordan Poyer, your boy, Jordan Poyer, right? That's and Rachel Bush is your friend. I think did you guys go on your Twitter date yet or no?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm surprised you didn't invite you to Miami yet.
Whoa, calm down.
I'm waiting for that.
I'm loyal to
over,
Jordan.
Kev. We love you.
I'm loyal to Jordan there.
There you go. I like that. But Trey White come back. So there's so much potential with this defense, and the defense got better. So yes, the hype is freaking real, people. The hype is real.
Why is the defense? Oh, because Von Miller. Okay.
I mean, the defensive line got better. We brought back Jordan Phillips. We got Tim Settle. You are very knowledgeable with some of these guys. So I know you know DeQuan.
You guys told me last year that Harrison Phillips was a monster. So is Settle better than Phillips? Now
I don't know who's telling you that, man.
Now that
I didn't even get to my young.
Are you kidding me? You were telling me that
Harrison Phillips.
At one point.
Harrison Phillips.
Oh, he was killing.
I like Harrison Phillips as a player, but I was never. He's a beast.
Oh, he's gone now, so he's okay.
He's a beast. I said he was a good player. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is this: for those that are hearing people saying, "Man, these Bills need to chill out and slow down the hype train," nah, don't slow that shit down. Ramp it up even more. And I don't want to just talk about it myself. I happen to know people that know the Bills as much as I do. They love the Bills as much as I do. I feel that I might need a little help. Just give me the thumbs up if you're ready to, come through and let us know. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hang on, let me turn the volume down.
Let me bring my mans on.
Buffalo Fanatics. Yo, I'm hyped right now, Rico. Man, you got me hyped, man.
Let's go, man. So Kev is made some good points.
I like Pierre's hat, man.
Pierre's hat is nasty.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
What's going on, Kev?
Gentlemen, you guys know this. You guys know this face. It's the Kingpin, and he's here. He's here with us to share his. Give me your thoughts on this hype. Is the hype too much? Should we as Bills fans bring it down? Or should we turn it up like Lil Jon? Can we turn it up or what? Talk to me, man.
Listen, I think the hype is real, and it should be here to stay. I mean, we suffered a very long time being a mediocre team, right? And now that we're actually, we were around the 7 and 9-ish, right? So the fact that now, we're that team, of course, it's been a long time coming, and it's real though. It's like it's not like, we're trying to make something up. Like, it's a real thing. So, listen, I'm all the way in.
All the way in. Now, are you more hyped about the offense, the defense? Is it the coaching staff? Are you more, all right, the coaching staff's got this down. We've upgraded on the offensive side of the ball, offensive line. We got a new offensive line coach in Cromer. Like, where is your hype? Where does it stand?
Man, it's crazy because you can legit make an argument on both sides. Like, I think if I were to pick one, I'll probably go defense, because I think that, we were number one last year, but, you can kind of say that it was a bit, skeptical. But I think that this year, I mean, look, 5 years in the same defense, it'll do wonders for anybody, right? So, listen, I think I'm more hyped for the defense, man.
Listen, Pierre's trying to contain his excitement right now.
I am. I was like, man,
he would go more hype, but I know him. He's very calculated. He's like, let me temper, right? Let me get that first game under my belt. Let's take down the Rams, and then you're gonna hear me roar. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear Katy Perry out of this man. You go roar.
Last year, you said you were going undefeated.
Listen, every year I'm gonna say undefeated.
18-0.
Every year.
You can't get more hype than that.
Pierre never wavers. Every year we go through the damn schedule. I'm thinking, okay, he's going to probably say we're going to lose against this guy. This guy's like, yeah, that's a win. He thinks about it. He knows damn well he's going to say that's a win. By the end of it, I'm like, well, we just went undefeated. He's like, you damn right. Every year we can go undefeated. And that's how he rolls. That's how he rolls. But we'll see how that plays out. So that being said, gentlemen, as we talk about the hype, I'm going to flip it to my man Pierre and say, are the Dolphins being hyped a little too much? Because I'm hearing a lot about the Dolphins, and Tyreek has these guys confident as ever. And it's great because when you won the Super Bowl, you've been on a successful team, you know what it takes to be successful. You're going to bring that to your team, and maybe confidence is what they lacked. And Tyreek brings a lot of confidence, and he's boosting up his boy Tua. You feel me? So are they being overhyped, or is it perfectly fine what you're hearing from the Dolphins side?
Listen, I personally don't think that they're hyped enough. I think that they're getting a ton of hate just based off of them just being the Dolphins, right? Listen, there's a lot of teams in this league that all they need is that quarterback, right? And I think the Dolphins is one of those teams. Like, their defense has always been, somewhat solid. And again, having Tyreek Hill is a huge upgrade on any offense, right? Now, it comes down to, the offensive scheme, because I think if they use Tua right, he can actually be deadly in like a quick game type offense, right? So listen, I think that it's time for us to stop sleeping on the Dolphins.
So, Kev, so I forget about the hype then. Are people sleeping, or you're not confident in your team? Because I know last year you were like, I know my team's not ready yet. In a year or two, is this the year that they're ready to compete and really push for that number one, or just they need another year, or they need another quarterback?
Okay, let's start off with the important question. How slimmed down is Pierre right now?
You noticed that, right?
Oh, my. Is that a new camera? Or has this boy been in the gym?
Hey, been grinding, man. I've definitely been grinding.
Let me give my man a close up.
Wow,
He's looking actually, hey, there it is.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what though? He's been
I'm gonna have to
doing
up
this
the
thing, man.
gym regimen to pace.
I'm telling you, look, it's all about that diet, Kev. It's all about that diet. Carbs is the enemy.
I'm telling you, man. Yo, Kev, whatever Pierre lost, I gained it, man. I gained it in my face, man. All this COVIDness, I gotta get my sexy back, man. Pierre's looking too sexy right now, boy. I need to get my sexy back. Kev, we need to get our sexy back. Actually, Kev is always sexy.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's always sexy. Yep.
He's always there. But yeah, I'm looking at these Dolphins, man. And
yeah, but what do you mean overhyped? Who's predicting them to do anything? You mean like by their own fans or by like national media? Because no one's picking them to go to the playoffs nationally. Really? So like, I can't see how they can be overhyped when people say they're not making the playoffs.
So then let's flip it around then.
Yeah.
Are they not being talked about enough that like maybe they can really sneak under the radar and really do some damage?
Yeah, they can sneak into the playoffs. I mean, they were one game out of the playoffs last year. Year before, they lost by a tiebreaker to get into the playoffs. You know what I mean?
What happened that year?
What happened that year?
Yeah,
they finished 10-6. It was unfortunately not, the same record you made the playoffs, and one game better than when you backed in at 9-7 in the drought. But that's neither here nor there. But anyways, like they can back in, they can be an 8 seed or 7 seed or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they can slip in. They're not going to do anything when they get in there. I mean, depends on a matchup. If they get lucky and they play like a Colts team or whoever, the Titans, you know what I mean? Something like that. Whoever wins the shitty South, maybe they can win that game. But realistically, they're not beating you guys. Probably the Chiefs are still going to wipe the floor, So, but I think they have a shot. I think they have a shot of winning like 10 games. They've won 9 the year before with Tua missing 5 games. They won 10 the year before that.
But Kev, real quick, how confident are you in Mike McDaniels? Do you think that he might be able to do something with Tua, or?
Well, the scheme that he runs is friendly, like, to Tua. I mean, I know that the Bills fans just love to shit on him, but the reality is he hasn't been that bad. If you look at his numbers, if you look at his record, if he looks at whatever, he's not good, but there's way more trash out there than him. Like, no one's shitting on Zach Wilson, and he was abysmal last year, right?
He wasn't good. I don't know why people were like,
so anyways, like I said, he's like a bottom, he's your 20th ranked QB at a 32. But but so is Jimmy Garoppolo, I think, right? And if everything goes well,
that's Jared's boy.
Like say my ceiling for the Dolphins, like in a fantasy world, right? The 49ers made it to the 2 Super Bowls with a Super Bowl and an NFC Championship game with Jimmy G at the helm, and Jimmy G's no good. The things that Tua does well is he's not a runner, but he's quite mobile. He's really good at moving around the pocket. He's really good at bootlegs. He's good at like evading that stuff, and he's super accurate. So the goal, I guess, would be to like start hitting hitting these guys in stride. The rest of the league was something that we call yak. I know you guys haven't seen that, but The whole point is you're supposed to hit these guys in stride so that they can keep running, right? We'll probably see 6,000 screen passes, you know, who knows? But yeah, I think they can win 10 games if things break right. The schedule doesn't look too bad. It's always tough to tell before the season starts. But
let me ask you this though. I'm very curious.
Tyrod, I don't. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I know you don't want to get that one, but
it's a different skill set.
I get it. Looking at this Dolphins though, who are you excited about? For some reason, I feel your run game is actually going to be pretty Listen, nice, man.
I was just about to say that, Rico.
I'm telling you,
I think we're sleeping. I think we're sleeping on their running game because we're talking about Tua. I don't think Mike McDaniels is going to put the offense or is going to run the offense through Tua. I think that they're going to be heavy in the running game. And listen, you already said it. Chase Edmonds is a beast, but
he's nice.
My sleeper is Raheem Mostert.
Raheem
was a major pickup. And I think, if healthy, we've already seen what he can do in this offense. So, yeah.
So are Dolphins fans excited about that? Or are they just not really talking about that? Because I feel
they are.
It's huge.
Obviously, you want to build a team to beat the Bills, right? Like when we used to build a team to try and beat the Patriots. And you guys slaughtered us lately a lot too, because we spent years building a team to beat the Patriots. And then Tom Brady left. Allen got exponentially better between year 2 and 3. And our team's not set up to stop you guys at all. I mean, you're still a better team, but we're your strengths match up really well against our weaknesses, right? So it's interesting because you guys did, when you had trouble at times last year, it was stopping the run. And adding guys like, Jordan Phillips, who plays the run like he's on roller skates and things like that. So maybe this is the way, right? Maybe that's, trying to get a running game in there, especially against a team that plays predominantly nickel. Maybe that's their hope. But I think that the Mostert pickup's pretty good because it's like the Dolphins are the fastest offense in the league, right? Between Waddle, between Hill, between Mostert, even the tight end Gesicki runs a 4.5. So the idea is to get guys on the move, try and get them so that they get yards after the catch, and maybe see if we can get a running game, because that's our only really hope to beating you guys. I don't think Tua can do it. So I think we'd have to run on you. So I agree. It's just whether the offensive line is good enough in year 1 to accomplish that.
I have a question for you. Why y'all keep disrespecting Mike Gesicki?
Well, they franchised him, so he's
disrespecting him. Pay that man.
Yo, he's nice too.
He's nice like that, man. Pay that man. Y'all tripping.
The thing is that it's a new system, right? And it's a system that supposed to be a run-heavy system. And the idea behind the philosophy is that every play kind of looks like a run with play action. And the idea is that they're not sure if they want to commit to Gesicki just yet, because when he's in the game, it's a pretty big signal that they're passing, right? Because he's kind of a big slot. So they have to see. I think it's smart. I think you take a year, you put him on the franchise, you see how he fits in the system, and then decide if you want to keep him or not.
That's fair.
Are you happy with any of the rookies that you brought onto the squad?
My rookies this year?
Yeah.
We didn't really have any. They're called Tyreek Hill. We got a linebacker in the 3rd round, Channing Tindall, who they drafted pretty much as kind of like with Josh Allen in mind, because Tyndall's he's super fast and he's like a spy kind of thing. Calm down. I'm not saying he's going to stop him. I'm just saying that's the idea, right? To get more speed at the linebacker,
no doubt,
to chase and try and contain, because it's not just Allen. There's a lot of running quarterbacks nowadays. So he's pretty good. The wideout that they took in the 4th round, Eric Ezukama, is really turning heads. I hated the pick. Turns out I might be completely wrong.
The receiver,
right? He's doing really well. Wes Welker is our wideout coach now, and this was a Wes Welker plea from all accounts. He was like, please, you need to take this guy. I'm certain he's going to be good. Skylar Thompson was our 7th round rookie QB, and he looks okay. I mean, he's not a star or anything, but he's that kind of developmental guy that you want as that 3rd QB to, you're always hoping one day, one of those guys will pan out.
Your receiving squad looks damn good, man. Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, you obviously Tyreek, you got Preston Williams that still can play. Obviously, you just talked about Eric, and then Lynn Bowden can still. I mean, he's a little gadget guy / kind of do it all. So not a bad receiving core out there. So
yeah, but Ken, how's your offensive line though? Just real quick, because I'm seeing in the comments that it would be good to have a run heavy team, but you know, there's no O-line. So is the O-line, you know, that bad?
Well, last year was the worst offensive line in the history of recorded offensive line stats. So last year, like
it wasn't
at
good.
one point in the year, there's there's 32 teams, there's 2 tackles, you know, there's 5 offensive linemen, right? So it's 160 starting O-line plus all the guys that get hurt. At one point out of all of these, Miami had 3 of the top 5 guys in pressures allowed. I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah, that's awful.
Now, granted, they got rid of one guy, Jesse Davis, thank God. They picked up Teron Armstead, who is
big pickup.
Well, he's a huge pickup. He's the best offensive lineman in the division now. He's your Pro Bowl player. He's your left tackle. He's a good run blocker. He's athletic, and he really suits this zone scheme because he's fastest 40 in lineman history, that sort of thing. So he's good at I think he's going to really do well in this scene. Unfortunately, he can't win with one good lineman. Now they picked up Connor Williams from Dallas, who was graded out. Yeah. Do what you will with PFF grades, but he was graded out like top 20 guard last year. And then the one good guy we had from last year was Robert Hunt. He's the guy most guys know from that almost scoring on the picked up the fumble and tried to run it in there against the Ravens. He's actually turned out to be quite good. But the main reason for optimism is because last year we had no offensive line coach. He was a first-year guy. He was useless. This was the problem with Brian Flores. All of his assistants stank. So McDaniels is a run game coordinator. His offensive coordinator is the Chargers' former OL coach, and they brought in a new OL coach. So they went complete offensive line heavy. So hopefully all these draft picks, they spent high draft picks over the last couple of years, Eichenberg, Jackson, Dieter, Hunt. Hopefully I just need 1 or 2 of them to hit, Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. We're gonna kind of move on a little bit because I got my man Scott Van Loo coming in with a super chat. Scott says, "Hey, I don't know if you guys talked about this already, but did you hear about the tragic loss of Dawson Knox' brother? And my heart goes out to him and his family. Bills Mafia thinking about your brother." Absolutely, Scott Van Loo. We touched on that earlier in the show. Tragic. But only time can heal, man. At the end of the day, man, time is the only thing that can kind of mend the heart. You're still scarred, but it's going to take some time. So, yes, appreciate that super chat, my G. We're going to move on to 3 observations, right? We got the Bills and the Broncos coming up. And it turns out that the starting offense is going to be on the field. I assume the starting defense is going to be on the field as well. 3 observations that you're going to be looking for, Pierre, in this game. I'll start with my 3. I'll give you some time to kind of, go through it. But first things first, I'm looking at that offensive line. I think we're all going to be looking at the offensive line. This is the first time that we're going to have this offensive line fully intact together in game. Josh Allen's obviously going to be behind center, so it'll be interesting to see how they gel together. Roger Saffold, right next to Deion Dawkins. See how that left side of the line is going to look. Are we going to be running? Are we going to be pounding the rock, right? James Cook in the backfield. The bevy of running backs that we have back there. So how's that going to look? Obviously, Mitch Morse has been holding it down all camp. Great on us. And then we got Ryan Bates that's going to be on the right side next to Spencer Brown. So much potential for this offense line to be great. That's the one thing that I'm going to be opening up to see how they do, because we haven't played together. We have not played together, and we're not new to this because last year was the same thing. Never did we have a full line in the offseason until really late into preseason and into the first game against Steelers. And then we already know how that happened. We lost. TJ Watt was a problem, right? So offensive line.
Now, wait a minute.
Go ahead now.
Before you get started, though, Rico, how do you feel about the starters even playing preseason to begin with? How do you feel about the whole dynamic?
Love it. You need to. You're not gonna come in and first. We already know that the speed of the game turns up from regular season to playoffs. So damn well the speed of the game is going to go from preseason to regular season, and first week at that, there's extra juice first week. So you got to be ready I know there is risk. There's absolute risk of your players getting hurt, and then it can derail your season. What are you going to bubble wrap your players? They can get hurt at any time. At any time, they can get hurt. But for me, I'm all about it. Playing that game, get my quarterback ready, get this line together, and let me see what this offense looks like. I'm fair. All for it. What are your thoughts on that? Of them playing?
I mean, I feel mixed about it, right? Because I get what you're saying. Like, it's always good because even the game speed, you know, from practice to preseason is up a notch, right? So I get that aspect of it, but it's always that thing where it's like, man, you know,
what if
the games don't count? And, you know, if we get some nicks, we're going to, you know, need time to figure that out. So, but like one thing to actually think about is like, how did, you know, Ken Dorsey do in week 1 of the preseason? And if they're actually needing to get him more reps, and that's why there's like, okay, you know what, let's get the starters out there and see if we can get this thing gelling. Exactly. And
get a true look. I feel that too. I got the Steve Lynn said Spencer Brown's not going to be in. So Spencer Brown not in. That means Mr. Quessenberry will probably be the likely right tackle. So there you go. We're not even going to have a full line, but we at least have to get the majority of the guys in there so they can gel and get chemistry. Chemistry is big, man. If we can play off of each other, we know what's going on. It's great. And I love the press conference that my guy Roger Saffold had. He's like, "Listen, man, I'm a vet. I've been in the game long enough, man. I know how to keep myself in shape. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do." And the fact that he's been with Aaron Cromer before, he's already got the terminology, the verbiage down. I think he'll just fit right in and just maul people like he's supposed to. We brought him over.
But you missed the one thing he said, though. He said, if my quarterback is in, I gotta be up in there.
Heck
right?
Yeah,
so,
boy.
You know, I mean, we're going to see, you know, how he's going to play it tomorrow too.
That's what's up. And now this Denver Broncos team, no slouch. This Denver Broncos team is they got themselves a brand new quarterback. And my man, Let's Ride, Russell Wilson. I don't know why Let's Ride just went off. The guy just did it just for fun. And you know what I mean? Doing a photo shoot. Did you hear about the story?
No.
On why Let's Ride? Okay, they're doing a photo shoot. You know how these guys do photo shoots and then it turns into a GIF and thumbs up or whatever, and they were doing promo. And I guess he was like, Bronco Nation, let's ride. Bronco Nation, let's ride. And everybody started doing it around the league. And now it's a let's ride. That's it, man. That's my man, Mr. Russell Wilson. But we got the Denver Broncos showing up, man. And they got themselves a roster now, right? Javonte Williams, one of my, I love Javonte Williams, man. I love his style. I love the way he runs the football. He's going to be obviously RB1. Melvin Gordon takes over as RB2 coming back. So they got a two-headed monster out there. Obviously, you got Jerry Jeudy that's going to be there. Cortland Sutton is coming back, and sucks because they just lost. What's my man's name? It's Tim Patrick. They just lost Tim Patrick, unfortunately. So that would have been a nice trio right there. But KJ Hamler is coming back, right? He got hurt. So it's going to be interesting, man. Now they got rid of No Fant. I don't know who their tight end is, right? I think it's like what? Albert. I can't even say his last name. I'm not even gonna bother. But their tight end is not what Noah Fant was, right? So they've got some studs on the offensive side of the ball. But defense is where, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna give us some challenges. And we're gonna really see what this offense is about. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this O-line gels and going up against, you know what I mean, the guys like Jamonte Jones, DJ Jones. You got the Deshaun Williams. They got some ballers out there. So it's going to be fun to see, but how long? A quarter? How long do you think they're going to be playing? Kev, if you're Coach McDermott, are you giving them a couple series, a full quarter, full half? What's the appropriate amount to give your guys in week 2?
Depends how it goes, right? If Allen comes out and they march down the field and they score a touchdown, pull him. If Allen comes out and goes 3 and out, give him a couple more series. As soon as he has a good series, pull him. What do you need him in there for? Right? I mean, most other than Crowder and the rookie, he's already played with all the other guys on the team, right? So I can see wanting to give the offensive line full half. I can see giving the offensive line like a quarter so that they can block, especially, you know, you want to get a bit of chemistry with the running backs. But Allen, nah, man, because if he gets hurt, that's it. You ain't doing shit with Matt Barkley. Right?
It's a wrap.
So, and who's the other bum you had there? Oh, yeah, Case Keenum, right? So, yeah, get him out. He doesn't need to develop any chemistry. He doesn't need to just couple of good drives, get him out.
There
Keep
you
the
go.
other guys in maybe a full quarter, and then just manage it by player. A guy like Rousseau, maybe he plays a half because he's young. A guy like Von Miller, he should play 4 plays. You know what I mean? Get him out of there. What is he? 16 years in the league. He doesn't need. I just made that number up, but you know what I mean. He doesn't need. He doesn't need more experience in the preseason. Get him out.
And the thing is, what I want with this offense too, because I mean they got some dogs on the back end on that Denver team, right? Justin Simmons, we already know what's good with Justin Simmons. Ronald Darby, I forgot they picked up Ronald Darby out there. I know he's questionable that game. Kareem Jackson can play. Pat Surtain out there doing it up. I mean, you know, Pat Surtain
definitely got a roster for sure.
Yeah, they got a roster, man. Bradley Chubb, Josie Jewell. So they got some guys out there. So it'll be very fun to see how that plays out for us. Ryan Teal comes with a super chat, says Tim Settle will give this offense a problem. Go Bills. Well, Tim Settle was an absolute monster last game. And Pierre knows all about Tim Settle. Tim Settle is that dude that, you know what I'm saying, coming out of Virginia. Pierre was singing his praises back in March.
Menace. He was definitely a menace. Yeah, man. Because it's just like, you know, with me living here in Washington Commander country, I saw a lot of games with Tim Settle, and I knew that they weren't going to be able to afford him, right? Because you have Payne and Allen on that defensive line, but it's like he comes with energy on every single play.
Heck yeah.
And I mean he makes plays consistently. So I'm just so glad we got him.
I'm good, man. So my observation was I want to see how this O-line is going to look. Did you come up with an observation that you'll be looking for in this upcoming game?
I want to see if Tommy Doyle's going to play, right? I think, he played a lot of snaps at guard that I don't think, we're talking about as much, right? We know, the guard position is one of those positions that, we struggled at, with a bit, but I'm kind of interested to see, how he's going to do again, if he's able to double up, how he played. I know he left the game a little early last week because of that, but I wanted to see with him and really just to see, how the, starting line gels.
I like that.
And how many plays they're going to play. So yeah,
I'm with that. Let me bring my man Evan on, because Evan, I love bringing my guy Evan. He comes in with some hot takes sometimes, and I don't see him not coming up with a hot take. So Evan, you give me the thumbs up when you're ready, and if you have an observation for us, let me get my man Evan in. What up, Ev?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, fellas? Ev, observations for tomorrow, man. What are you gonna be looking at? Pierre and I were talking about the O-line. I want to see how that O-line is going to gel, especially with Roger Saffold coming back. And we're going to at least almost have a full line. I believe Spencer Brown's not in, but at least we'll have the majority of the line together. Tommy Doyle is one that Pierre's going to be paying attention to. What else? Defensive side, offensive side, special teams. What are you looking for?
On the offensive side of the ball, it's got to be Isaiah Hodgins. I mean, this is a guy who has been, kind of trapped in a doghouse kind of for the last 2 seasons. With injuries and being on the practice squad. Now, he had his really first chance, for the Bills last week, getting a lot of playing time in the late third and early fourth quarter. He was making plays, but that's with the third stringers. Now, let's give you a chance with the first stringers. Maybe Stephon Diggs doesn't play that much. Maybe Gabe Davis doesn't play a whole lot. That's, when guys like Isaiah Hodgins, Khalil Shakir, Crowder step in and, say, hey, we can play with the ones. We can play at this level. And to me, that would be a big observation for a guy like Isaiah Hodgins to solidify himself as a roster lock for the Buffalo Bills, because I think as of right now, he has over a 50 to 60% chance of making the roster. But you have to just kind of solidify that more. Because, I think he's almost borderline locked to make the roster. You got to also look at the fact he's playing special teams. And you know how much Sean McDermott values, players, playing special teams. And when they can give you on-field production, offensively or defensively, he's going to take that into account. And a guy like Isaiah Hodgins has been making plays all camp, and he made a lot of plays last week against the Colts. Now, can he make them with a guy like Josh Allen? To me, it doesn't matter that you can make them with a guy like, Matt Barkley or Case Keenum. That's cute. Those guys aren't going to be playing. Josh Allen's going to be the one playing all season long. So is it time for Isaiah Hodgins to get himself on this roster and get himself on the field week 1 against the LA Rams? I think it is. And I think he's going to do that this week against the Denver Broncos.
Listen to my guy, Evan. Pierre, are you with that? Is Isaiah Hodgins pushing for that roster spot?
You damn right. I mean, I wouldn't see why not, right? It's just like, okay, the only way that he doesn't make it is that if he's not as good, just again, as good as Kumaro on special teams, right? Because if they're kind of neck and neck on offense, which I don't think they are, I think Hodgins is a little more talented than Kumaro on offense, but it comes down to special teams, man. And look, Bean loves his draft picks, right? So I just don't see him
giving up,
cutting Hodgins and giving up that early.
I like that. I like that. Well, Kev, you know the roster decent. If you're watching as a fan and you're watching these two teams, and obviously you know the Bills roster a little bit more. If you were paying attention to either side of the ball, is there anybody specific that you want to see more of that you'd like to see? Okay, I want to see, because I mean, obviously, I'm a Dolphins fan. I want to see what this player is like, because we're going to be facing these guys twice a year.
So the easy answer, well, Cook, because you want to see how he looks. And then I'm curious to see how Elam looks, because your secondary's really slow, right? So this guy's got speed. So I want to see what kind of impact he makes with that speed. And then obviously Cook, because I feel really queasy about playing this guy.
Really?
Not so much the running game. I'm just picturing like little 4-yard passes and him, making a move and taking it far. Yeah, that's where I think he's really going to excel this year. Like I'm not saying he's going to be a bad runner, but I think where he'll blossom immediately is in the passing game. So I'm curious to see how he looks out for you guys, and I'm curious to see what Elam's speed does for your secondary.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because my three observations were going to be the O-line, which I talked about. Then it's going to be the RB, more specifically James Cook. And Breece Hall is doing his damn thing for the Chiefs. I don't really care what anybody wants to say. I'm going to bring it up. Breece Hall is doing the damn thing over by the. Listen, I'm gonna share my screen. I need to show
you have
a little
Breece Hall highlights queued up.
Hey, listen, listen, man.
Oh my!
I'm just saying,
it doesn't get better than this. Right?
I'm just saying, folks.
I mean, I'm over my ex, but look at this Instagram post she did. You know what I mean? This is what you're doing now.
It's like that one meme with the guy walking away with the girl, and then he's still looking back at the other girl. And Rico's looking back at Breece Hall as he's got his arm around the Buffalo Bills draft pick, James Cook.
I'm just keeping it a buck here. I'm just saying these are things that I realize, and I just don't want to regret it. And I bring up, and before I cue this, I bring up James Cook because I need to see something from James Cook tomorrow. I need to give me the confidence that I'm like, okay, I got that. Now I see, because last game, it's very small sample size, and I didn't really see anything, so I can't even fault him on that. But
what are you waiting for, though, Rico? Like, what are you wanting to see?
To see the it. I want to see the it. He's got it. That's what I'm looking for. And like, I can watch all the highlights, and there was no it for me in his highlights and the game film. And forget about the highlights, the game film. I didn't really see the it that everybody else is seeing. I'm hoping I see it. I really am hoping I see it. But when you see stuff like this, and let me try to cue this bad boy up for y'all, because it's man, I'm just feeling something. Go ahead, man.
Can I say something about the James Cook Breece Hall thing real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Don't get me wrong. Like, from a talent perspective, obviously Breece Hall was warranted of that first round pick. He was the only running back taken that high. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the Buffalo Bills have not given James Cook an opportunity yet. I get it's, only been 1 week into preseason. They only gave him 4 touches last week. So I need the Bills to give him more touches before we can, have this debate whether James Cook or Breece Hall. Like, the Bills didn't give James Cook an opportunity to let him show that it factor last week.
And that's what I get that part. But when you see big boy like this running the rock,
this isn't even a game. It's a practice.
I don't need it to be a game.
You're showing me Breece Hall practice footage
against the Falcons.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
I hope Breece Hall runs all over the Dolphins. And I'm gonna bring you on the show and say I told y'all.
Well, I'm sure you'll be watching the game since you're so focused on it.
I'm just saying, man. Right. I'm just saying, man. I'm just gonna wait for that. But I want to see that from James Cook. That's what I want to see.
Powerful defensive front he took it against too.
Was that what?
Falcons, quite the defense.
We talking about practice, huh, Kev?
We talking about practice, baby. We talking about practice, baby.
I missed a preseason highlight or something. He's like, He's like pulls out a grainy handheld Rizzuto film footage of some
It is what
run
it is.
against the B squad of the Falcons. You know,
No, but
The Falcons are the B squad.
Yeah.
The B squad of the Falcons is a middle school team.
right.
So the one thing that I do want to talk about is Elam. Elam showed out extremely well last week, and we all saw that, competitive as ever, hard on himself. Like, you see it, like it's right there on film. But it's all about consistency. It's all about being able to do it again. And he's going up against Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jersey, which is a freaking excellent route runner. So now you're going to see if he can do this again. And this is what is I'm waiting for. So like that battle between whoever he decides to take on, whether it's Cortland Sutton or if it's Jerry Jersey, if these guys even play, you never know with these teams. But looking very much forward to this. Last but not least, this is an extra one. Special teams. Who the hell is returning the freaking football for us? Pierre, do you have someone you'd like to be the return guy?
Oh, man. So I was big on Stevenson, but then I'm like, okay, he suffered another foot injury. So it's like, okay, he's probably done. But now it's like, okay, it's between Shakir, Crowder, and it looks like they were giving a lot of reps to Duke Johnson. And I mean, he fared pretty well last week. But man, I would love to see maybe a Shakir. I mean, because I just don't want it to be, man, it's tough, right? Because you had so many options.
So open.
But, yeah, and like it's wide open, man. I probably can't even answer that question right now, man.
It's too tough, man. It's too tough.
I mean,
James
I want Shakir though.
You wouldn't mind Shakir going back there? I mean, 5th round pick. Put him back there. It's not like he's never done it before. James Cook could be a nice addition too, especially with Devin Singletary. Yeah. RB1 Devin Singletary. And then you got Zach Moss that looked all right. Some folks say I'm not really feeling what Zach Moss did last week. That's a whole different ball game. But altogether, I think it's going to be interesting to see our O-line, how they gel. If it opens up the run game, are we going to run the ball and really establish something? And then I want to see if Elam can really consecutively do what he did last week. Obviously, Bedford's going to be out there too, right? Maybe Dane Jackson gets in there as well. So a lot of things to be paying attention to, especially with the starters coming out. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Ev, I'm going to give you an opportunity right now. Next game, you get an opportunity to say it with your chest, right? A bold take that is going to happen early. Obviously, we need it to happen early for us, right? To see what you see. So
in this game, like a bold take for this game?
For this game specifically,
okay,
with our starters. Give me a second. Evan, say it with your chest, man. Give me something that you feel that you can see happening, and people are gonna be like, okay, Evan said that. I felt that. He feels all about it. He said it with his chest. I'm with Evan. I'm riding with Evan. Let's ride. What do you got, Evan?
All right. I just want to say, everyone in the chat or everyone here right now, record this, throw it up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media handles you got. Because I'm gonna predict this. Rico put me on the spot here. I didn't think I was going to be the lucky man to predict this, but I'm a fortune teller, and the future's telling me that Josh Allen is going to come out against the Denver Broncos and score a touchdown in less than 3 plays on the first drive of the game. And I don't know who that touchdown is going to be to, but Josh Allen is going to drop back, and in less than 3 plays, the Buffalo Bills will be in the end zone, back at Highmark Stadium, and the fans are going to be going wild. And Kev over here to my left is just going to be like, I wish my quarterback can do that. But yeah, that's what Josh Allen's going to be doing. He's going to be scoring a touchdown in less than 3 plays, or 3 plays or less. And heck, we might as well even, throw a prediction up there.
There you go.
Isaiah Hodgins. It's going to Isaiah Hodgins.
Isaiah. Oh, damn, you get more specific.
Wow.
Isaiah Hodgins.
Yeah, we're going to Isaiah Hodgins. But that's what it's going to be. It's going to be 3 plays or less. Josh Allen's going to score a touchdown for the Buffalo Bills, and the Broncos may or may not play their starters. They might play them for only a drive or 2 defensively or offensively. I don't know if the full report yet that the Broncos starters aren't fully playing, but I think their head coach said that they might play for like the smallest little smidge. And if he does that against the Broncos starters,
big trouble. Big trouble.
The
All
roof
right,
is going to go off.
let me say something with my chest. I'm going to piggyback off of Evan's take right there. And we're going to score fairly early. But I have a feeling it's going to be a screenplay to James Cook. And James Cook is going to take it to the house. And I'm gonna say, okay, I see something. It's going to be a screenplay to James Cook. Big play. Get the crowd all wild. And then exit stage left for my guy, Josh Allen. So big play goes to James Cook. He scores a long touchdown, probably off a screenplay, a little swing pass. Not sure what it is, but James Cook, I think they're going to get him involved early in the route running game and see what he gives us. So say it with my chest, James Cook, big play from my man, Josh Allen. All right, P Money. I'm going to give you time, man. I'm going to give you time. Let's go.
All right, look, there's been so many years that we've been waiting for this one man to make splash plays. We drafted him early. Everyone is waiting for this guy to make big time plays. And I'm going to go ahead and predict that tomorrow, if he plays, of course, Tremaine Edmonds is going to, I was going to say a big play, but now I have to say touchdown because you guys are, he's going to have a pick six
early
tomorrow, early.
I like it. Listen, this is fun times for us, right? We get to be on the spot and come up with something. And I left best for last. And I don't know what this man has to say. I mean, I'd be very curious. But Kevin, I'm going to allow you to say something with your chest. And it doesn't have to be Bills take. Maybe it's the Broncos. Maybe the Broncos do something. Maybe you switch it up on us. But Kevin, you have an opportunity to say something with your chest. Big Papa Peck. Say it with your chest, man.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
So
he's such a fool.
He probably thought I was frozen. Man, I don't know. Hang on one second here. Let me throw up this video of Breece Hall leaping a turnstile in the subway. Look at that, man. Oh,
yeah,
I can't pull it up right now. It's a little grainy, but man, he moved through the crowded Dairy Queen like someone I've never seen.
There you go, big guy.
I don't know, man. For me, starters play as little as possible. Just don't get hurt. You know what I mean? I mean, the cohesiveness and chemistry and all that's great, but you know, the stars sit them, or they play like a couple series. Like I said, sit them. I mean, for you guys, it might be better if you played them the whole game. But for for realistically, just get them out. Like, what chemistry are you going to learn in, the second quarter against the Broncos second stringers that's worth risking a Diggs or an Allen or something like that? You want Gabe Davis out there because, he's got one good game last year, so we got to get him some reps or something. That's fine. You want like a young guy out there, or Crowder McKenzie, because McKenzie had one game last year. Get him out there. That's fine. He's got to get some reps. Put him back at punt return, by the way. But Allen, Diggs, White's not there. Milano, because Milano's a little bit injury prone lately. Get him out of there. Oliver shouldn't be playing. Von Miller shouldn't be playing.
There you go. Get these guys out there. Get them healthy for what? Yeah. I think we play the Dolphins what week? What did we play you guys?
3.
Week 3?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one. It's probably not going to be a good one. It might be a good one for you guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm looking
probably not going to go so well for me.
I'll tell you, man, week 1 is a crapshoot because nobody knows what happens in week 1. And that Patriots Dolphins game, boy, that's going to be something fun. But listen, man, folks, that's it for our show today, man. So we got the Broncos and the Bills touching up tomorrow, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. my time because I'm up here in NS. So it'll be a post-game show afterwards. I may be solo or I may have my little guy with me. I don't know, depending on how things work out. I think we're going to work it out where we will have a post-game show. I hope it's a slaughter, and I hope that we get to see what we saw last week, where we get to see some depth pieces really do some work. Raheem Blackshear looked freaking really good. Maybe he gets more of a role. You never know. We're going to see if it's the big battle between Kumaro and Hodgins, who wins that battle. We're going to see, man. It's going to be fun. We get to see what Ken Dorsey's going to cook up for us tomorrow, right? It's preseason, man. I don't know. I think we might be a little too hype for preseason, but preseason is what gets you there for the game, man. And F all that, man. I'll take that. Matt Araiza throws a TD pass, 40 yards to somebody. Well, that might be fun. That might be fun. I like that. I like that a lot. So, folks, that's it for us, folks. So, listen, I got to give a big shout out to my man Kev, came through, showed some love. I got my man bottom in the corner there, my man Ev, and I got my man the Kingpin to the side.
He's so slim. He turned to the side, he disappeared.
Now, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, he's lost the weight. He's dropping it.
Whatever Pierre's doing, man, keep that up. By the way, listen, man, folks, we got to try to make this damn Monday night game. We got to talk about it, Pierre. We got to talk about that Monday night. It's going to be a big game, prime time.
Look,
Bills.
before we sign off, though,
yes, sir.
I am planning on going live during games, every single game this year. So I will be going live at 1:00 tomorrow.
Nice.
We'll all watch the game together and, have some fun with it.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
have a pre-game show and post-game show. But, of course, let's have some fun in-game. So
in-game. So join the freaking link. I mean, we're going to have the link on tomorrow. But, yeah, join us live. P Money's going to be doing his thing. And he gets animated, man. I know it's preseason, but he still gets animated. You know what I mean? He's going to be standing up. He's going to have the foghorns going. Get the defense going. Third down. Bam, bam. That's what's up, man. We're going to have that thing going. So, folks, if you have not smashed that like, do me a favor, do Evan a favor, do Kevin a favor. Smash that like for this guy right here. He's handsome. He's knowledgeable. And he's a Dolphins fan. And that's my guy, Kevo. That's our guy because, I mean, he's honorary Bills fan. He doesn't know it. But
he's the closet fan. He's the closet fan.
He knows everything about the damn team. He can name you the freaking whole 90s squad. But we ain't going to do that. It's not the time for it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our time. It's great to have you guys here. You guys don't have to be here on a Friday night, but you are. We appreciate it. We try to give you the best Bills content there is out there, and there's a lot of it. So we appreciate you guys coming through. So once again, thank you guys for tuning into the Rico Report. It's the Buffalo Fanatics, and we will catch you guys on the flip side. Go Bills. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Game live, and then it's going to be a post game with your boy, and then we'll do Evan. You're going to be at the game. You're going to be reporting. So let us know how it goes.
Yeah, I'll So I think tomorrow obviously we'll have the pregame show.
Nice.
A little bit. I might pop in from the tailgate, so you get a little tailgating action with me at the helm down there.
Yeah.
Might make a few videos for either the BF Twitter. We'll see. BF Insta. Just have to stay alert. Have those notifications on.
Yes, sir. All right, folks. Well, that's it for us, man. So it's a Go Bills for me, and we will catch you guys on the flip side. Until next time, we are gone. Let's go.
Buffalo, it's the Mafia. Josh Allen, Steph Diggs, Don Brown, who's stopping us? Trey Edmonds, Ed Oliver, Jordan Phillips, who blind?